Okay. Oh, my back hurts. So this video is gonna talk about the situation. No, it's a conspiracy. The media narrative against China about ghost cities that has been. Well, the conspiracy is basically not active anymore because it was a conspiracy. It was a weak, false conspiracy. So it basically just disappeared. It got destroyed by its fakeness. Yes. So the background of this. Oh yeah. Oh wait. Sorry. We're gonna like always go through the background of this narrative, this conspiracy, why it's a problem, and then why it's a problem, and then conclusions and analysis of the situation. Okay, so the background of this whole ghost city conspiracy narrative started with a woman, an anti-China former resident of China's Hong Kong. She hates China. Okay, so this woman wrote an article for Aljazeera, an Arab news organization based in Qatar. That was a half-true story. Well, I mean, aren't they always like messing with the truth? And then anti-China story that, that was a conspiracy. That was the beginning of a conspiracy that just spread and were repeated and regurgitated and then spun up by other news organizations. Respectable news organizations, just to attack China for some like random insignificant, irrelevant things, but anything to make China look bad. So yes, that's basically the background of where it started. The background is also that the city that this woman wrote about is based in North China, in Inner Mongolia, the province of Inner Mongolia, and the city itself is called Kangba. Kangba. A translation is Ordos New Town, and also the background is that 200,000 people live there. It's not a ghost city. It's not. I mean, well, I mean, it is a conspiracy. So I mean, like, let's continue. Okay, so why is this conspiracy a problem? Well, it's just false information to attack China. Because, I mean, China didn't murder black people for 100 years for fun and racism, so America and people who believe in this whole America hype, that America is the hero, even though they've been murdering black people for fun and racism for hundreds and hundreds of years, creating wars when there were like no necessary, even though the only reason for the wars were evil and conspiracies like Iraq. Just, like, want China to be the evil country, but China is not the evil superpower. Like, China doesn't murder black people to become a superpower, or, murder black people for fun and racism for like hundreds and hundreds of years. Mass murder of black people. Like, America does that. China is a good superpower, but somehow many people with busy fingers want to twist the reality of which superpower is the good superpower, and then somehow China, who doesn't mass murder black people for hundreds of years, needs to by conspiracies be the evil superpower. But no, America is the evil superpower, murdering black people for like racism and whatever for hundreds and hundreds of years. Mass murder of black people. Need to create a conspiracy and like spread some dumb false information to like attack China. So, okay, this ghost city conspiracy, why is it the problem? It's based on a false premise. It's based on the premise that China has too many empty apartments when it's a global, international problem with too few apartments for too many people who need apartments. I mean, the world internationally suffers from too few apartments in overheated, expensive real estate markets like New York and any other capital in Europe. Like, there are not enough apartments. So this whole idiot conspiracy that China has too many apartments, there are ghost cities, people it's just dumb. It's so dumb. And that just shows how evil this bullshit narrative against anything goes to attack China in media. It's just, it's over. It's over. Like, media has shown like how desperate it will be to attack China based on false information and basically shit conspiracies. The premise of this ghost city conspiracy is just, it has no intelligence. It's just so dumb and illogical that it just doesn't work. The world has too few apartments for the people who want to buy and live in apartments and, you know, like, need apartments. That is just impossible for there to be too many apartments, you know, anywhere. Like, don't you want an affordable apartment if you live in like a big city somewhere in Europe or America? Don't you want access to apartments? Wouldn't it be a good thing if you lived in a big city to have access to a cheap apartment like China provides? I mean, what is the conspiracy? Like, it's just dumb. It's just dumb. Ghost cities, too many apartments. Give me that apartment. I want to buy an apartment for cheap. It's just crazy and basically immoral and, you know, a level of evil. To flip the facts to make China look evil. It's just... And this specific conspiracy is just pure dumb, no intelligence, just idiotic. But it's just so desperate. Like, also the use of words is just conspiratorial. Like, ghosts are negative, ghosts are evil, ghosts are related to sad circumstances and sad situations and negative situations. Ghost is a loaded word. So, I mean, using ghosts to, you know, promote and propagate a false information-based conspiracy about China just shows that people who have an agenda against China are just so desperate and dumb that they will just do anything, say anything, use any kind of words to, you know, paint China as evil. Neutral words would have been, even though it's a false narrative and a false information, neutral words would have been empty city, half empty cities, but no, like the evil China lens is always the correct lens for immoral and dumb conspirators to frame like the narrative against China. China didn't mass murder black people for hundreds and hundreds of years to become a superpower. You are attacking the wrong superpower, you immoral, unprofessional conspirator journalist that we're gonna get to now. So that's why this conspiracy is a problem. And now let's start with the facts, or, you know, the players of this dumb fucking conspiracy. So it started with a woman who wrote an article for Aljazeera, an Arab network, to promote the conspiracy. Okay. So the article is here. I'll put up the link here in a update of this video. But it's Aljazeera. The title of the article is Ordos, Boomtown to Ghost Town. A wealthy coal mining town in Inner Mongolia designed to house 1 million people remains nearly empty 5 years after construction began. It's written by Melissa Chan in September 11 on 2011. Okay, so yeah. So this journalist was born in China's Hong Kong when yeah, and she's an anti-China person, so like that she's allowed to write articles about China is just, you know, like unprofessional, because it just invites bias and, you know, basically like unobjective, unprofessional journalism. And yeah. No, the problem with this is that I assume that she like is on the side that Hong Kong should still not be part of China, that, you know, the country, England, Britain, United Kingdom, Great Britain, whatever the hell they call themselves, that traded slaves, black people, for hundreds and hundreds of years, murdered black people for fun and racism, mass murdered black people for fun and racism for almost 1,000 years, traded them as slaves, murdered them for fun. And I mean, she sympathizes with that country because, you know, Hong Kong should not be China's, because Hong Kong was stolen by these mass murderers of black people that murdered black people for fun for almost 1,000 years. That she sympathizes with them, which is like insane. Sympathizes with these people that, you know, sold drugs in Hong Kong to, you know, basically hurt and murder people. That, I mean, she studied in that country too. So, I mean, she hates, I assume that she hates China. So it's like, that's where this conspiracy came from. An anti-China, slave trader, mass murderer of black people, country sympathizer woman. You know, that's where this conspiracy came from. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, it's crazy, it's crazy. It's a conspiracy, but it's also crazy. Like, if you want to sympathize with the mass murderers of black people, the slave traders, then, I mean, go into the corner, you evil effing person, and shut the fuck up, please. Because we're woke and we don't play with that. We don't play with that anymore. So you're not gonna sympathize with the mass murderers of black people for 1,000 years, mass murderers for fun and racism, just because you want to create an anti-China narrative based on bullshit. It's just, bye, bitch. Just F the F off. She also works for Deutsche Welle, a German news organization that hires Taiwan-related people that hate China to write about China and to report about China. It's just insane. It's not objective, it's just insane. It's just insane. You cannot write about China when you hate China for a respectable news organization. Just, Deutsche Welle, you need to remove this woman because she's anti-China, she hates China, she cannot write about China or report about China. Like, stop. 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 Stop, 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 stop. It's weird, it's crazy, it's not objective. News organizations cannot hire anti-China people to write about China. Just because there's this like weird, psychologically disturbed narrative need for conspirators to attack China and make China look evil and negative, Even though China has not mass murdered black people, China doesn't murder black people now. America has a system that murders black people now, and also since 100 years, hundreds and hundreds of years, mass murder of black people for fun and racism. That it's just crazy to attack China as the evil superpower. America is the evil superpower. Like, you're focusing on the wrong superpower. China is not evil. You don't need to create all these dumb bullshit conspiracies against China. So anyway, that's the reality of where this came from. Okay, so this narrative, this conspiracy has already proven to be false. So let's just go into that. Forbes writes. Forbes is an American news organization. So I mean, Forbes writes that China's most infamous ghost city is rising from the desert, written by Wade Shepard in June 30 of 2017. Okay, so he writes that the ghost city narrative has long been forgotten because it was a crazy fake conspiracy. I added that. The citation is that the ghost city narrative has long been forgotten, and also that factually, when this Aljazeera story was published, Kangba, the city of Kangba, New Ordos, was only 5 years old. I mean, any city that is new in modern times, that is only 5 years old, will not have a lot of people living in it. So the whole conspiracy is based on a false premise, falser than that there's too many apartments in the world. So I mean, yeah, like there was nothing there to begin with. This conspiracy is just based on false information cooked up by an anti-China Chinese woman, haha, which is also psychologically disturbed. No, the whole basis of an anti-China Chinese person is just psychologically weird. The theory that could be like a thing. Well, I mean, obviously it can be a thing, but it's just like weird. Like, you're Chinese and you hate China. And you want it to be like an international kind of situation, that where you attack China from like another country. It's just weird. Okay, so this whole ghost city thing, conspiracy, was picked up by respectable news organizations like CBS with 60 Minutes, Lesley Stahl, who was part of a piece in 2014, August 3, that was called China's Real Estate Bubble. And I mean, yeah. Business Insider also wrote in 2021 that no, I don't think we should do this story anyway. So yeah. World Economic Forum, weforum.org, wrote in 2015, November 5, that where are China's ghost cities? Academic journals absorbed and propagated this conspiracy about ghost cities in China. In the journal Cities, released in November 2019, in an article called Ghost Cities of China, Identifying Urban Vacancy Through Social Media Data, written by Sarah Williams, Wenfei Su, Xin Bin Tan, Michael Foster, Changping Chen, about this. I mean, you can call it something else, but don't call it ghost cities, because that's based on a conspiracy. it destroys the whole neutrality of any kind of academic research. Like, it's not a ghost city. There are no ghosts. Did you find any ghosts? Ghosts are academically acceptable terms now. Jesus. And then CNN writes, I assume, hundreds of articles about ghost cities in China. You need to review my video about the CNN lies about the Chinese Uyghur conspiracy. Like, that's required viewing. New York Times writes about Chinese ghost cities. New York Times that screamed about the conspiracy about Iraq's nuclear weapons and the need to attack Iraq by America, and mass murder of civilians in Iraq that resulted from the Iraq War. New York Times wrote about Chinese ghost cities conspiracy. I mean, like, it's a false conspiracy that was used by news organizations, conspirators, and reputable news organizations to attack China based on false information and a conspiracy. Please explain why the supply of excess apartments in China is a problem when big cities in America and Europe have a problem with the supply of apartments. Like, why is a problem of lack of apartments suddenly a problem when there's too many apartments? Oh, because it's China? Oh, the conspiracies are crazy. The conspiracy are crazy. They are just false information. It's annoying. It's annoying. It's annoying. It's just annoying. It's annoying. Are there follow-ups to, like, apologize for these conspiracies and these immoral and unprofessional journalists that write unproven bullshit conspiracy? No, because the goal is to attack China based on false information, twisting of facts, making a good thing, a supply of apartments, into a negative thing just because it's China. Imagine if Philadelphia had 200,000 apartments that, were waiting for people to buy for a cheap price. Would that be a... No, I mean... No, because it's not China. So there's not going to be a conspiracy attacking Philadelphia, America. Even though black people are dying there because of racist systems in America that will murder black people for racism. No. China is the country that gets this international media attack based on, media from America and, Okay, well, I mean, that's the conspiracy about ghost cities in China. It's false information.